Hey everybody, welcome back. We are the Obsolete Punks. My name is Timmy. Tonight, as always, we have Peyton, Homebrew Hood, and Lost Motel. We have actually survived and we have made it all the way to the last track here on Good Riddance Operation Phoenix. I'm kind of sad to say goodbye to this album as we finish this up. It's been a fucking banger throughout. But this is track number 16, After the Nightmare. If you guys are ready, let's kick it.
Let's do it.
Kick it.
Hell yeah. After the Nightmare. If you guys don't
Yes.
mind, I'm going to kick this one off because I'm going to have a lot to say after we're done here.
All right.
So this one, I absolutely fuck. It's just a great album closer. This would not have worked anywhere else within the album. If it was anywhere else, it probably wouldn't have been that good to me. But to close this album out, I think it just sums up every message that's been said within the song as far as the lyrics go, stuff like that. Just the instrumentally, it just has like such a dark, haunting quality to it that just really sums this album up really well, in my opinion. So I'm gonna throw an 86 at that one.
Hell yeah.
And
Nice.
Lost Motel. What you thinking?
Yeah, I agree. Great closer for the album. It's a kind of wholly unlike anything else on the record, which I really like. I mean, it's not as a standalone track, not my favorite track on the record by any means, but where it's placed on the record, yeah, like you said, perfect. Love the kind of more plodding tempo on it, and obviously the content too. I mean, my God, it's like you said, yeah, just it kind of encapsulates everything on the record. This idea that like when there's nothing left for government and religion to drain from us anymore, then what was the point of it all? Because you destroyed everything for what? For a little bit of power, a tiny bit of time. Anyways, yeah, like Tim said, you can just go on and on. So yeah, it's not quite as high rated as some of the other songs on the album, but perfect for what it is. It's a 68 for me.
Okay.
Very nice. Hood.
Yeah, I think lyrically That song encapsulates precisely what they've been trying to say the entire fucking album. It is like the scream that they fucking let go at the very end of this entire album. I absolutely loved it. As a song individually, when you look at the entire album itself, it's not the greatest song out there. Not the greatest song on this album by any means, but you can just tell how much this fucking song meant. And again, the placement of it at the very end is absolutely perfect. And like you said, Timmy, this song as a third song on the album wouldn't have meant a single thing. But at the very end, it closes that book. It's perfect. Absolutely perfect. I'm going to go for an 80 here. Simply because of the meaning behind the placement.
Damn good.
Yeah, that's why I'm so high up on it too, is just because of where it's at. If it was just like an individual rating, I probably wouldn't have rated it that high, but it's just like knowing it's the album closer and you're just like, oh, fuck, that's the last thought you're going to leave me with, is summing that whole thing up, and that's it. So
it was fucking beautiful. Good, man. Yeah.
So yeah, Payton, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking I'm pissed at Hood for copying me without knowing he's copying me. Yeah, dude. That, like you guys have said, yeah, that was a great closer. Like we said earlier, the fucking opener was like the perfect opener. This was the perfect closer. It's almost like these guys know what they're doing.
A little bit
like us.
Oh, absolutely, like
we're professionals, just like us.
Professional. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I was right there at an 80 on this one as well. Definitely different than anything, as far as I can remember, at least, from anything else that we've listened to tonight. But
yeah, it's such a unique song on the album.
It is.
But yeah, just right, especially for us to say goodnight. You know, like that was just awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah.
So that one, that gives us a final score on that song of a 79. Now that we actually reached the end of the album, let's go ahead and run through final scores here. Just kind of run by everybody, lowest to highest, and we're actually pretty well close here. Lost Motel average score throughout the entire album of 75. Homebrew Hood, you're at a 76, and me and Payton are actually tied exactly at a 78.
That's funny because I was going to say if I had to like give this a rating just off the top of my head, album wise, I was going with an 80. So
80,
yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
I was just about to jump into that. Like, what are your guys' thoughts? You know, start to finish album. Forget the song ratings. Listen to it. How's it go for you? What do you think, Hood?
I think I like the latter half of this album a lot more than the former. Again, I have never listened to this album all the way through, so it's hard to give a whole album rating. But if I were to throw an attempt at it, I would think I'd pretty much fall flat with where I am. It was a 78, wasn't it? On the average individual song rating, is that where I was? 76.
You were at 76.
Okay, yeah, 70. Yeah, I'd stay flat with that.
Flat right with that 76. All right.
Yeah.
Lost Motel. What you think?
Yeah, like an album as a whole, it's an album that I put on in the car, listen, to straight through, or put it on in the background when I'm doing something. And I think it probably goes up a little bit in that context, just because listening to the songs individually, like they're all great, but a lot of them are in kind of the same vein. So that score that I got for the overall album, I think does like indicate kind of how I feel about the songs individually. But as a whole album, I probably wouldn't go up too much more, maybe a 78.
Very nice. Yeah, this album for me, it's just by far one of my very favorite hardcore punk albums. I think the album just flows so perfectly from beginning to end. Obviously, I rated just about every song pretty high. But without worrying about the scores on the song and just throwing the album on, I would give this an 88. I'll throw this on anytime and be pretty happy with it. There's times I might not be in the mood for something so heavy, but if it came on, I'm not going to complain. So that at that point, our final personal album rating comes to an 81. Very solid album.
Oh, yeah.
First, before we take off, I gotta say big shout out to Russ Rankin vocals, Luke Povich guitar, uh, Chuck Platt bass, and Sean Sellers on drums. Like every person in that band is so damn good at coming together and doing what they do to just make Good Riddance such a fucking fantastic band. I love them to death. So
Well said.
Nice.
Well said.
Yeah.
I would like to add a big thank you to Timmy for introducing me, Hood, and anybody else to this one. Because without this, I would not have heard this album probably.
yeah, it's definitely up there for me. I love this album.
Right.
I don't want to thank Timmy because I don't want to thank Timmy.
I don't blame you. I wouldn't think me either.
Petty. So petty.
All right, let's hear what's your last petty comment, Lost Motel? What you got?
This is my third favorite Good Riddance record.
Nice. What's number one?
That's tough, man. Probably Modern Guide, and then Symptoms.
Very, very nice. Anybody have any last thoughts before we close this one out?
I'm just hoping we hear Modern God and Symptoms now.
Yeah.
Go listen to them all, man. They don't have a bad album at all.
No, yeah, they really don't. It's insane how much they've just consistently killed it, like for as long as they have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good, man.
Fantastic. Well, everybody, thank you so much for joining us on our journey through Good Riddance Operation Phoenix. It has been a blast. If you want to come once again, always check us out on Twitch, check us out on YouTube, and join our Discord. Come have some fun with us. See, next album coming up, we got Propaganda, don't we?
Let's
Yeah.
go.
We got
Ooh, can't
Propaganda
wait.
Classic, How to Clean Everything. So I'm excited.
Hell yeah.
So we will see you guys next time for that one. Until then, take care. Good night. Good morning.
Peace.
Good afternoon. Whatever time it may be. Bye, kids.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.